Oranges are one of the most beloved fruits in the world, sold in massive quantities every day. There's something special about their bright color, refreshing taste, and versatility that keeps them on our grocery lists. But did you know there are many different types of oranges? Sweet oranges, blood oranges, navel oranges, rock oranges, and more. Each type has its own unique flavor, texture, and appeal. So, what's your favorite type of orange? Oranges are not just delicious, they're also packed with nutrients. They're an excellent source of vitamin C, loaded with antioxidants, and incredibly hydrating due to their high water content. No matter which type of orange you prefer, the key is to choose ones that are fresh, sweet, and juicy. Those with thin skin and thick, luscious flesh are the gold standard for good oranges. But let's be real. How many times have you bitten into an orange expecting a burst of sweetness, only to be greeted by disappointing sourness? If this happens often, it might feel like choosing the perfect orange is just a game of luck. However, it doesn't have to be. Today, I'm going to share some practical, easy-to-apply tips to help you pick the best oranges every time. By the end of this video, you'll be a pro at spotting the freshest, sweetest, and juiciest oranges on the market. Let's start with the first tip. Look at the shape of the orange. This might seem like a small detail, but it makes a big difference. When buying oranges, always choose those that are intact and not deformed. Generally, oranges can be divided into two shapes, round and oval. An experienced fruit grower once shared a memorable phrase, tall oranges, flat oranges, bare oranges. This saying holds the secret to identifying the best oranges. What does it mean? Simply put, it's better to choose oranges that are oval in shape. Oval-shaped oranges typically have thinner skins, which means the flesh inside is sweeter and juicier. Round oranges, on the other hand, often have thicker skins. This leaves less room for the juicy flesh inside, resulting in oranges that are drier, more sour, and less flavorful. So, next time you're at the store, skip the perfectly round ones and go for the oval-shaped gems. Now, let's talk about the navel of the orange. You've probably noticed the little belly button on oranges before, but did you know it's a key indicator of quality? Many people know they should examine the navel when picking oranges, but they're often unsure whether to go for a large navel or a small one. Here's the inside scoop. Experienced fruit farmers divide oranges into male and female categories based on the size of the navel. Male oranges have smaller navels with no visible splits. Female oranges, on the other hand, have larger, split navels. While you might assume that female oranges are sweeter, the opposite is actually true. Female oranges with split navels often have a layer of white membrane covering part of the pulp. This is a secondary fruit that absorbs nutrients from the main orange as it grows. As a result, the overall sweetness and nutrient content of the orange are reduced. To ensure you're picking the sweetest oranges, always choose those with small, intact navels. Next, let's examine the stem of the orange. The condition of the stem can tell you a lot about the freshness of the fruit. A dried out or detached stem is a red flag that the orange has lost its moisture and is no longer fresh. On the other hand, a stem that is green and slightly moist indicates the orange was recently picked. If the stem still has leaves attached, that's an even better sign of freshness. Remember, fresh oranges are soft, juicy, and packed with flavor, so always check the stem before making your purchase. Have you ever wondered why some oranges taste sweeter than others, even if they look similar? It all comes down to how they were grown. Oranges thrive in fertile soil with plenty of sunlight and a significant temperature difference between day and night. These conditions encourage the fruit to produce more natural sugars, resulting in sweeter oranges. Interestingly, the location of an orange on the tree also affects its flavor. The sunny side of the tree gets more exposure to sunlight, allowing the oranges to develop a deeper color and sweeter taste. In contrast, oranges on the shaded side of the tree often have a lighter color and less sweetness. When choosing oranges, look for ones with a rich, deep orange color and an even distribution of pigmentation. These are the ones that have basked in the sunlight and are likely to be the sweetest. Another tip is to use your sense of touch. When you pick up an orange, pay attention to its weight. The heavier the orange, the more water it contains, which means it will be juicier and more refreshing. Light oranges, on the other hand, tend to be drier and less flavorful. You can also gently press on the surface of the orange. A good orange will have a slight give when pressed, indicating a thin skin and thick flesh. If the orange feels too hard, it likely has a thick skin and a sour taste. If it's too soft, it may be overripe and losing its freshness. Another way to evaluate oranges is through their scent. Fresh, ripe oranges often have a noticeable citrusy aroma, even before you peel them. If an orange smells sweet and vibrant, it's likely going to taste that way too. Avoid oranges with no scent or those that smell slightly fermented, as they might be past their prime. Let your nose guide you to the freshest picks. In addition to these tips, consider the seasonality of oranges. Oranges harvested during their peak season are naturally sweeter and more flavorful. While some varieties are available year-round, their quality can vary depending on when they were picked. Do a little research on the best time to buy your favorite type of orange, and you'll notice a significant difference in taste and texture. Storage also plays a role in maintaining an orange's freshness. Once you've picked the perfect oranges, store them properly to preserve their quality. Keep them in a cool, dry place, and if you're not planning to eat them right away, consider refrigerating them. Proper storage can extend the life of your oranges and keep them tasting their best. Oranges are not just a tasty snack, they're also a versatile ingredient in the kitchen. From fresh squeezed juice to zesty desserts, their uses are endless. Knowing how to pick the best oranges can elevate your cooking and make your dishes even more delightful. Imagine serving a homemade orange tart made with the juiciest, sweetest oranges. Your family and friends will be impressed, and you'll feel proud knowing you selected the best fruit for the job. It's also worth noting that oranges are a fantastic addition to a healthy diet. They're low in calories, high in fiber, and packed with essential nutrients like potassium and vitamin C. Regular consumption of oranges can support immune health, improve digestion, and even boost your skin's radiance. With so many benefits, it's no wonder oranges are a favorite fruit around the globe. If you're shopping for oranges in a market or grocery store, take your time to inspect them thoroughly. Don't be afraid to pick them up, weigh them in your hand, and give them a gentle squeeze. Your effort will be rewarded with better tasting fruit that's worth every penny. And remember, practice makes perfect. The more you apply these tips, the better you'll become at selecting the best oranges. In summary, here are the key things to remember when buying oranges. Choose oval-shaped oranges for sweeter, juicier flesh. Opt for oranges with small, intact navels for better flavor and nutrient content. Check the stem to ensure the orange is fresh. Look for green, moist stems with leaves. Pick oranges with a deep, even color, as they've had plenty of sunlight. Select heavy oranges with a slight give when pressed for maximum juiciness. Smell the orange for a sweet, vibrant aroma to confirm its ripeness. Buy oranges in season for the best flavor and quality. Store your oranges properly to maintain their freshness and taste. By following these simple tips, you can confidently choose oranges that are fresh, sweet, and bursting with flavor every time. Give it a try on your next trip to the market and let me know how it works for you. Your mornings will never be the same once you start enjoying the perfect orange. Thank you for watching this video. If you found these tips helpful, feel free to share them with friends and family. Together, let's make better fruit choices and enjoy the best nature has to offer. See you in the next video.